This is King Collect, a hardcore Iron Man who loves getting as many collection log items as possible. In this series, I am going through every collection log one at a time in order to reach my main goal, completing all 3 raid collection logs. Welcome to my Hardcore Iron Man Extreme Collection Log series. Alright guys, so last time we ended off, we had done a lot of quests, we had a lot of stuff, we had plans for what we want to do. We're aiming to try and hit the DKs as quickly as possible, and we're gonna start working towards being able to do Underground Pass so that we can get Ivan's Blast and have that to probably farm Dagannoth Rex first, hopefully get the Dragon Axe and no rings from him, because if we manage to do that, we're not locked to the Dagannoth Kings, because that is a shared item in between 2 collection logs. So if we can manage to get the Dragon Axe without getting anything else, we will be good to go. We can go on and do other content. However, if we do get a ring, that means that I'm going to be locked to the Dagannoth Kings, and the problem with that is the fact that I don't have very good gear to go to the Dagannoth Kings with. Ivan's Blast is going to be fine, but I'm not really going to have any kind of mage gear or any kind of tank gear. Obviously, I haven't gone and done Barrows yet. Barrows was going to be one of the things that I go for pretty early on because of the tank gear, but I'm gonna have some very, very bad gear, which is going to be very difficult for me to be able to do much with it. Oh, level 3 farming. Obviously, right now, I'm just plowing some fields. I want to get up to 15% Hosidious Favor so that I can go and start stealing from the fruit stalls so that I can try to get 50 thieving in a relatively quick manner. A couple of things that I want to do before we start really prepping for Rex and Underground Pass is I want to actually go and try to get a whole bunch of planks and build up my house. That way I'm pretty sure as of right now, once we finish this one right here. Let me see here. Is it the chapel? I don't know. I'm fairly certain I can make a lectern. And because I can make a lectern, I can actually make like house teleport tablets and stuff like that. So if I can't, then I'll probably try to do some kind of construction training to be able to make it, and then make the lectern, obviously, because the one-click teleport for the house teleport tabs is going to be vital for me. I'll probably move my house into Relica so that I can get back to the DKs quickly, but yeah, so we got a lot of work to do. First, plowing some fields. Oh, one of the things that I forgot to mention, we did get some levels in between episodes. I did end up getting 32 herb lore. I got 30 herb lore from the stuff that I had in the bank. I still have more that I can do, but I also used the experience lamp. And we got a couple other levels, probably either on screen or some kind of somewhere, somehow, all the levels that we got will show up so you can see the progress in between episodes. Level 4 farming. We switched to making sulfurous fertilizer because that's going to be quicker than pushing a plow. And we got a farming level off it. So that's kind of nice. Alright, donate. I used up all the saltpeter that I had in my bank. Donate the fertilizer, and we're at 34%. So now we can go start working on our thieving level. And there we go, there's 38. Now this is a big level because now we can pickpocket master farmers. And the reason why I want to do that is because I need seeds. I want to start getting my farming level up, and obviously to do that I need to actually be able to farm. And the best place to get low level seeds is master farmers. So I'm not going to do that just yet because I want to take a little bit of a break from the whole thieving grind, and I think we're going to go do a couple more quests. So I was about to do who's in my what's it's the dwarf cannon quest, because it's a pretty good quest. And I came up here because, yeah, there we go. We want to do the bar crawl anyway, and or we'll slowly work on the bar crawl as time goes on. But I also want to do the tutorial so that I can have a teleport 4 up here, because I'm gonna need it for barbarian fishing. If I can ever make games oh my god, Hiccup, stop! Why? Oh, games necklaces, stuff like that. And I had the firm realization, because it was one of the things that I was gonna do, but I can't do it. I can't even get the fighter torso. Okay, so does that mean I can actually teleport here now? I just want to check. Yeah, nice. So we unlocked that teleport. But the fighter torso is actually considered a collection log item. Same with the granite body. God, hold on. Rune. Okay, so the regular rune plate body is not. I know it seems weird, but like I had to check, because like so many of the things that I originally had planned has kind of gone out the window. I've been going over in my head how I want to kind of approach this upcoming challenge, because I do need to kill the Dagannoth Kings, and the Dagannoth Kings were on my list to do, but they weren't on my list to do until after I did Barrows, and after I did like maybe some clue scrolls or something. That way I could actually have some kind of equipment, right? I would have at least had maybe, I would have had full Guthans, I would have had the tank bodies, you know, all that. I could have worn Karils or Arhrims, whatever I wanted to do would have been fine. I don't have any of that. I don't have the option for any of that. So I need to figure out what kind of budget gear I need to actually start working towards, because even if I get the... Oh, I don't have a hammer? Oh, there's a hammer in there. Oh, he gives you one as well. But like, even if I... It's not doing anything. No, oh, okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but sure, we'll go with that. Oh, it's over there. I knew that. Even if I get Ivan's Blast, I still need to get equipment. I can't go running into the Dagannoth Kings in full, oh, okay. I can't go running in full graceful and expect that I can get multiple kills per trip. Like, I mean, I should, as long as I get my prayer up, I should be able to at least actually, like, get in and do stuff with it, regardless of equipment. But if I'm gonna... This has become so much more difficult now. Now that I need to reassess my approach to this entire series. The Wintertalk grind and the rarity of the Dragon Axe has actually thrown this series into absolute turmoil already. Holy Mother of God, just fix the fence, for the love of crap. We got a black shield. I think we were running the iron before. So, obviously I'm training some magic here. Oh, I forgot to bury the bones. I want to be able to start teleporting places. I'm so tired of running everywhere, and we are at least getting close to 25 magic so we can teleport to Varrock. But I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I need to go for. And I think my equipment is gonna be as such, and if I end up getting one of the rings, that means I will have to use this equipment until I greenlog the Dagannoth Kings. Obviously, we're going for Ivan's Blast, which means we're gonna have to get some mage levels, but that's alright, because our best in slot mage gear that I can get without risking getting any collection log is going to be the Blue Mystic. And the only place that we can get Blue Mystic is from the Mage Guild in Yanil. So we'll at least be able to get that. Then from there, I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do, because if I do have to tribrid, I'm going to obviously need some kind of range gear, and I'm going to need some kind of melee gear. And the only things that I've come up with so far... Hey, 25 magic. We can now teleport to Varrock. That's huge. I would love to be able to hit 37, but I'm pretty certain I probably won't get there. I would also not mind if we hit the Firebolt, which is 35, but again, I don't think we're going to get there on these runes. But anyway, my range and my melee gear has been something that I've been going back and forth over, like what I want to do, how I want to achieve it. And I think the only way that I'm going to have any kind of decent gear is if I do the proper quests and probably a large amount of luck, or just a lot of grinding. So I can get a rune plate body, but obviously to have the ability to wear the rune plate body, I'm going to need to have to do Dragon Slayer, which in itself is not too bad, but obviously it's going to take me a little bit of time to be able to get to doing Dragon Slayer. And then from there, I need to get rune plate legs, which, hold on. We can buy rune plate legs from the same place that we're going to buy our range gear, and that is the Scavo's rune store in the Champions Guild, which means we're going to have to complete Champions Quest, which again isn't that bad. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get there. And we're going to get green d'hide, the rune plate legs, and then we'll have the rune plate body, which will essentially put us at our best possible, I guess you could say, melee gear setup, minus the weapon. The weapon, I'm gonna have to go and do Monkey Madness. And as far as I know, from the memory that I am going off of right now, I shouldn't have any collection logs pop from Monkey Madness. If I do, obviously I have to pay the price. And that will allow me to go and purchase a Dragon Scimitar from Apatol. I want to make sure that that's still a thing, because if it's not, I'm gonna be super sad. Yeah, Daga's Scimitar Smithy on Apatol, yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be tough. There's gonna be a lot of grinding that I need to do, but then for my ranged weapon, I'm gonna try to get a magic short bow. And I've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on how I want to get a magic short bow. And I think the only viable method, 26 mage, is I'm gonna have to actually just break down and like train woodcutting and fletching until I can make my own magic short bow. I'm not far off from it as is. Once we kill this moss giant, I'll pull it up. So I only need 80. I need 11 levels, which in theory isn't too bad. Oh, I do want the Marentil seed. Bye, cake. I'm just eating it. The reason why I say it's not bad is because, like, if I go and finish getting some more Hasidious favor, which shouldn't take me really any time, I can get more saltpeter really easily, and I can also purchase this compost. I want to be able to get into the woodcutting guild, and in the woodcutting guild, I'll be able to upgrade my steel axe to a rune axe, which I was trying to avoid doing because obviously we're going for the dragon axe from the Dagannoth Kings, but we'll do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? So if I get the rune axe, I can quite literally just sit in the woodcutting guild and cut and make like U short bows, U long bows, whatever it is I decide to make until I hit 80 and until I can obviously cut magic logs. So I think that's going to be our plan. The woodcutting portion is probably going to be my AFK. Just because that's going to give me a really, really, really nice way to AFK stuff. Yeah, I think that's going to be our plan. And now keep in mind, this is all under the assumption that I am going to end up getting a drop that is not the Dragon Axe first. If I get the Dragon Axe, then I'll be able to just leave Dagannoth Kings and go back to doing what I want to do. So we're really putting a massive risk at this. And so I know one of the first things people are going to be asking me is like, why am I not trying to do clue scrolls, or why am I not trying to do this or that for different things? And the answer is oddly, trivially simple. I can get collection log slots from clue scrolls. I still haven't decided how I want to approach clue scrolls in this series, because obviously there will never come a time when I 100% complete a clue scroll or a clue scroll log, right? But does that mean, and I probably by the time this video goes up I will have decided, but does that mean I am technically allowed to just do clue scrolls as I get them, and whatever loot I get from them I can just keep? And if I get a collection log slot, then it's no problem. Like, those are free logs, like the random events and the miscellaneous tab? Or do I make them their own thing where I have to hunt for collection log or hunt for clue scrolls to get the collection log slots? Because as I start getting into like elite and master clues, I'm never going to be able to get a third age piece. It's just not going to happen. 27 mage. It's actually really good. We're going to start being able to enchant stuff here soon. Or enchant bolts. So we can also enchant emerald jewelry, which is going to be really, really nice. Because the emerald jewelry is going to give me what the crap do you call it? Ring of dueling. So, for right now, I'm approaching this as if I cannot do clue scrolls currently. If I decide to change it in the future, I will. Or let me know down in the comments, or I might even have a poll up at some point. By now it probably ended, because I'll probably put it up after this, because that'd be a great thing to pull, because I don't know. But yeah, I need to approach things in a way that I've never actually approached this game. Even on Iron Man accounts, I've never approached the game in this manner. So it'll be fun. 30 magic. I can now equip Briofita's staff. There we go. Dwarf multi-cannon complete. And level 14 crafting, which is going to be really good because at some point I want to be able to start cutting gems and getting gold and making my own jewelry. Alright, so there's been a little bit of a jump. I've kind of been all over the place. I've had like sporadic times where I can record and like other times where I can just sit here and AFK stuff. Obviously, I'm now in the woodcutting guild. Look at me. And there's one really, really big thing that I wanted to wait to do before or while I was recording, because this is an important moment. Not the bank pin, different thing. At long last, our good old buddy, old pal, the steel axe. It's time to say goodbye. I know. It's been so long. So many hours together. So many winter roots chopped together. But I ain't really that upset about it, I'll be honest. Alright, get out of here. I went and bought a rune axe in the meantime, and while I was getting to the point where I could get into the woodcutting guild, and I did that for a specific reason that I'll go over here in a second, I ended up getting a couple farming levels, which this is really important because I need to get my farming up so I can start farming some herbs. I want to start doing some herb runs, and because I'm now level 14 farming, I can now farm up to Marantil, which means I will start to be able to make my own anti-poisons as long as I have the seeds. So that's good. But next, the other thing that I did, I mean, obviously I got my Hosidius favor up, but I did all the way up to 100% Hosidius favor. It is done. I literally just sat there and mined the stuff, the making fertilizer stuff, the saltpeter. That's it. Mined a whole bunch of that, combined it with some compost, and then turned it in. Got 100%. Great. Then I got a woodcutting level, and I'm working on a fletching level because for one of our pieces of equipment, the magic short bow, I need to be able to fletch it myself, or so I thought. So now there's been some big changes. Obviously, my cash stack has slowly been going down, but I'll go over that as well. I put out a poll on YouTube. I was like, hey, now, normally I would jump on these and do these right away, but there's a problem. I want to be able to teleport around. Also, I've been fletching if it wasn't obvious, and I organized the bank a little bit more. Stuff to make potions is in this tab. Any food related stuff's in here. Mage related stuff is in here. This is going to be my construction supplies, and this is going to be my fletching supplies for right now while I work up to being able to make a magic short bow. And then this is just useless garbage that I'll figure out what to do with later. And then we got seeds and blah, 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 ores and bars, and this is the collection lock tab. This is the important tab right here. Now, there's another thing that I'm going to be working towards, and that'll be the end-all be-all for this episode. I have the level currently, but I do not have the ability of it to be able to make a mahogany eagle lectern. And the important part about this is I'll be able to make my teleport tabs. More importantly, I want to get to 40 magic so that I can make teleport to house tabs, because then I can put my house really anywhere that I normally can't get to with teleports and teleport to there anytime that I want. So that's what we're going to be working on. All right, here we go. The beginner casket. What do we get? Nothing too great. I mean, I think the black chain body is an upgrade. The steel battle axe is not, because we have the mithril sword. But the leather ram braces are actually kind of nice. I'll be able to use them. So I checked both of these clues here, and we can do at least the first step for the easy and hard clue that I have. Alright, here's the casket. And I mean, we got a studded body. That's gonna be an upgrade to at least my mining. I was looking at the pickaxe. At least my range. Alright, so believe it or not, Keldagrim, the grand capital of the Dwarven realm. I don't even really need to complete this quest. I was going to, but I don't really think I'm going to. I specifically just needed to get into Keldagrim because this is the only place that you can buy the gold leaf. Now, as long as I'm able to buy the gold leaf, then we're good. I don't need to do anything else. We can immediately go and make the mahogany eagle lectern. I forgot that this, like, literally gives you the entire history of the dwarves, and you can't skip it. listen, if you didn't read or you don't know the story behind it, essentially, Dwarf King, really cool. Dwarf King, keep away bad guys. Dwarf King immortalized inside of, that's not right. Dwarf King immortalized as a statue. Big grand statue. Wow, super cool. This is when they really tried to do some cinematics to make the game look even more fun and exciting. Yeah, there you go. King Alvis, not to be confused with King Elvis. Yeah, we're gonna go straight past it. You're definitely a boatman. And then we destroy this history of which that things were supposed to be like different. And Blackguard, oh, you're terrible. How dare you? Why? Yeah, so that's the history of Keldgrim. Okay, so now that that is complete, I believe in this shop right here. Okay, listen, stop. This shop right here that I'm coming up to, I've been trying to show you for way too long and it kept moving. We should be able to trade this stonemason. It is the only place that we can get a gold leaf, which is kind of insane, and it is not cheap. Condensed gold is 10.4 mil. Magic stone is a mil. The gold leaf is 130k, but we need this and 2 mahogany planks, so goodbye money. Alright, and here we are in the house. It's funny, excuse me? Oh, I should pick up my follower. Where is my follower? Hello? Phoenix, get over here. I need to name the Phoenix. Guys, what should we name the Phoenix? That's not the place. Alright, so we're gonna plan this out right out the gate. So now when we get it, we can put our Amulet of Glory right here. I was so scared for a second. We'll be able to put our Amulet of Glory there to be able to teleport to all of that stuff. We have the altar space, which I know I'm going to need to really work on getting some altar stuff. This is going to be expensive. The gilded altar, oh, it's going to be terrible. Then we'll have our pool space right here, which is going to be very important. Eventually we want to get the ornate rejuvenation pool, but I think the one that really speaks to me right now is the revitalization pool right here. I feel like that's going to be really important because we're always out of run energy. And then at long last, what we have here is, what's the difference between a demon and an eagle? Oh, it's for enchantments. Okay, so yeah, I want an eagle. So now if I study this, yeah, I'll be able to make Falador, Lumbridge, Watchtower, House, Ardone, Camelot, and Varrock teleports, as well as Enchant Sapphire, which is going to be absolutely vital for us in the future. So, with that being said, now that we have officially depleted the cash stack here, I'm going to be going on a bit of a training arc. I'm probably gonna throw this account into like AFK mode almost, and I'm going to train up, get 40 attack. I want 40 strength, 40 defense, and then obviously I want 50 magic. And now I've been going back and forth whether I want to like show all the levels or not, but it's going to be a lot of levels, and it's going to be probably a pretty significant amount of time in between. And because we haven't been able to progress collection log wise in a while, because we're working towards the Dagannoth Kings, I kind of want to do some time skips and start getting closer and closer to actually getting to the Dagannoth Kings, because that's going to once we get to Dagannoth Kings and we get the Dragon Axe, whether before or after the rest of the rings, or any rings, the uniques, whatever, we'll be able to actually start going and doing more content that I'm meaning to do instead of just being stuck because I'm forever hunting this stupid dragon axe. So next time I might even have 50 thieving done. I'll do thieving. I'm gonna be doing some herb runs and probably gonna thieve from the master farmer and start doing like potatoes and stuff, because another thing that I want to be able to do here sooner rather than later is I want to be able to do the fairy tale quest, because I want to be able to use the fairy rings. I feel like the fairy rings are going to be super vital for me as well. So farming, probably woodcutting and fletching for a while, magic, and my basic combat stats. I'll probably even do ranged. I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna go and sit at the sand crabs. I swore I would never do it, but it's a really good place to AFK, and I have a lot of levels to AFK. So next episode, we're going to have the first kill count on Dagannoth Rex.